Shahrukh treats his wife like a princess. Aishwarya in a boys' club has made her mark. You see in your reality shows or your award shows, which is all pretty fake. Pasauna is actually a song of mine, which has been licensed and has gone across 33 countries.
At the FICCI Excellence Awards recently, I was quite surprised that an artist who performs Indian classical so beautifully, and she happens to be really stunning and gorgeous in real life. And we have with us Sona Mohapatra. Welcome on Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Happy to be here.
I think it was a stunning performance at FICCI Excellence Awards. What brings you this energy and the kind of confluence that you did with both the Indian classical and Western was something very different?
Actually, I'm very proud of performing my own music. I perform with a band, and I think we are in good times where there is space for all kinds of artists, all kinds of voices, all kinds of original expression. And yes, I'm exploring that. I'm part of the new generation, and I'm very excited to be doing that. Yeah, because honestly, it's very easy to sing a very famous cover song, a film song which is already so popular, and to get a crowd going. But to get everybody going with the sheer music and with the energy of a live performance with musicians and no miming, none of the usual stuff you see in your reality shows or your award shows, which is all pretty fake. I would like to add. Well, it's incredible, and I think everybody in the audience had lovely energy and feedback to give me.
Right.
So, in a sense, I think it was a first where we had a totally filmy audience mostly, but I didn't perform a single film song, and yet we had a great show.
And I think the way you involved Aishwarya, Bachchan and Shahrukh Khan, and you praised the fact that he is very nice to his wife, and I think that was very personalized and a nice sentiment. The fact that you don't like being filmy, I think the genuineness was different.
Well, I had a lot to say about Ralph Simon, who is also a legendary music producer in the audience. And I did want to mention that Aishwarya in a boys' club has made her mark despite being, and so underneath that obvious beautiful that everybody calls her, she's a woman of steel.
Right.
So I admire that about her. Shahrukh treats his wife like a princess, as I mentioned. And I think that's very special because that's a very important message to send out in a country like us, where women aren't treated too well. So for me, these things matter a lot, and I hope to connect to my audience, whether Shahrukh or anybody else who stands for good music, in my own personal way. Yeah.
Definitely. In fact, you just said that Aishwarya has made a mark in a boys' club, and we were seeing you perform at that point of time, and I think all your accompanists were men, and the kind of interaction that you were having with, because generally we are used that the guy will be there and the other guys will be there and they'll be having those kind of fun. But the way you involved and the way your body language was, it was very confident, and you're just enjoying yourself completely in total inhibitionless manner.
I have no inhibitions on stage, and we are all musicians at the end of the day. So I love the exchange of energy, not only with my band, but also with the audience. So then I do not, actually I totally lose myself. मुझे ख्याल नहीं रहता है कि मैं जोधपुर के मेहरानगढ़ फोर्ट में परफॉर्म कर रही हूँ या साउथ ऑफ फ्रांस में हूँ या लिंकन सेंटर में परफॉर्म कर रही हूँ, बिकॉज आई परफॉर्म्ड ऑल अराउंड द वर्ल्ड विथ माई म्यूजिक एंड विद द सेम बैंड. And Bombay में ये कम होता है, which is why you're surprised and a lot of people are surprised. Bombay is overwhelmed with just one kind of entertainment, and I'm entertained by it too, but it's not the only thing in the world. So I hope Bombay gets a lot of more artists like me, and there's a crackling scene outside of what we have been seeing and hearing for a long time.
Something about your number Pass Out that you performed. to be honest, I had heard it as an ad jingle. When I heard it at that point of time, it was a pleasant surprise. You pulled it off really, really well.
Yeah, Pasauna is actually a song of mine, which has been licensed and has gone across 33 countries, including Latin America to Southeast Asia.
You mentioned that, right?
Yes, and a bit of it actually went into the campaign. The close-up campaign got very popular, and that's how it traveled across the world. We finally put out the full song with Hungama. So it's a big song, and it proves that a song is the hero. If it's a good song, it doesn't need any propping up. It doesn't need a big film star. It doesn't need anybody. I mean, it just speaks for itself, and Pasauna has done that. And I'm extremely proud of the fact that, yes, that I've gotten to sing it.
Something about your foreign collaborations. You've collaborated with some of the biggest names in the music world, in fact.
Yeah, I have collaborated with In Excess, which is a legendary Australian band, with David Bowie, with a couple of other DJs from France and UK. So all the time exchanging energies, and what makes it possible is the internet, because you don't need a middleman, you don't need an agent necessarily. You can connect purely on the basis of your music and do some interesting stuff. I'm doing something with some Pakistani artists now, so well, the world is my oyster.
Okay, something about your training. How have you grown up training? Because I think you're proficient in both the Indian classical as well as the Western classical.
My training is in Hindustani classical. My band is fairly a mixture of contemporary and even older ethnic elements. I won't say ethnic, I would say Indian elements.
Has a rock tinge to it.
Well, it's for people to interpret and say what they hear in it. I don't do anything consciously. I'm told that I have the Sona filter. Koi bhi gana ho, shayad Western ho, ya, because Bolona is another song of mine. Normally somebody would have sung it in an anglicized accent and made it very pop rock. But I sing it in my Desi way, and it's rock also, and it's Desi also, but I'm much more Desi.
Why is it that Indian film music does not attract you that much?
ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. I love film music. I have my favorites there too. So in today's generation, in the past, there are incredible composers, incredible musicians, incredible singers. ऐसे कुछ नहीं है. I'm singing for films too. It's just not my only dream. I'm just tired of everybody assuming music means film music. There are many genres. There are ghazals and ghazal singers who are doing very well. There is classical music. There's folk music. And music is in our blood. It's everywhere on the streets, and I've grown up with film music too. So it's everything that I'm interested in, and there's some genres which attract me more. So folk music and certain forms attract me more. It doesn't mean I am against anything in particular.
Fantastic. Any offers for acting?
Honestly, it's such a, I would say, cliche. There can be good-looking musicians and singers too, and we get to be with our audience in a much more interesting way.
Good-looking singers and musicians, they tend to act in movies as well.
I'll tell you what, I have had no such offers as of now.
Okay.
So, I mean, who knows?
What are your future plans?
Well, future plans include a lot of music, touring with a band across the world, and making a lot more such original pieces of work. Yeah.
That was amazingly beautiful, Sona Mohapatra with a fantastic voice, and just heard her recently at the FICCI Excellence Awards, and totally was mesmerized by her. And after talking to her, I think both the voice as well as the personality is superb. Thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama, and don't be surprised if she turns out to be a movie star very soon as well.